Hi there, I'm Lisa Grail. Welcome to my channel, Yogis. How it's going? Let me know. I will put camera not to tremble. Okay, this video, as I promised you, I will start with mental disorders and another vision on how we should perceive mental disorders. Because in my consideration, everyone who is not in neutral state, who is not with balanced chemical composition and brain, let's call it so, and regulated nervous system, and that means enlightened state of presence here and now, absolute silence inside with no dialogue, no thoughts. All people who are not there, they are mentally sick in one degree or another. So when the degree of madness is kind of asocial, I studied psychology a lot and I know what is a group of asocial disorders, and then they say that this is normal. You can be depressed slightly, yeah, or you can have a bipolar tendencies, and it's okay. You just need to take some pills, neuroleptics, and you will be fine. No, you won't be fine. You will be vegetable. You will be existing and not living. So, my analytical mind and my studies in neurophysiology and people who really know how brain works and experimented a lot, researched this topic, claiming that bipolar disorder, mania states when the person is full of energy, excited, creating things, and also, unfortunately, cannot control this bunch of energy, and it provokes him to buy some things, spend all the money, or promiscuous behavior when he wants to have sex with everyone. This is an enlightenment. This is your real basic state. But we don't know how to regulate it. We cannot balance and ground ourselves. Those guys who practicing yoga and doing breath work and pranayamas even noticed that you don't want to eat so much and sleep if you are doing these practices. You are being nourished out of ether, prana, which surrounds every one of us, especially when you spend your time, like me, in nature a lot. That's why I shifted to reality, where I can be a wild child. Yesterday I was bathing naked in Travis Lake, and everyone who is following my Instagram, lisa.grail, saw my weird stories. But you know, this is how I live. I live like Leo DiCaprio on Titanic. Each day, each moment to the fullest. Once and for all. Once I decided that I'm doing what I love and I'm living and enjoying moment by moment, I'm not waiting or expecting something to happen. I'm just present as much as I can in totality of perception. Then this is what is mental health in my consideration. When I'm not in schizophrenia inside my head, in this constant dialogue, what is bad, what is good, this country is bad, this country is good. This duality is not existing anymore in my reality, in my perception. And bipolar disorder provokes swings down only because this chemistry in the brain is not regulated, and the person with his mental sickness, with his traumas, go nuts, and at one moment he cannot cope with this state, which is super high, and there is a drop down to depression for months sometimes. Once person regulates his nervous system, he learns how to cope with this attacking thoughts in these high states. Once he learns how to dive into silence, absolute presence, then he is free. He can live with this bunch of energy, and this is normal capacity of our energy. Other thing, if for instance person is on stimulants, I call stimulants everything, even food. Food is, when it's super salty or with sugar, it makes us crazy. We are overstimulated, we are overexcited, and we lead our body to wear and tear. I'm still eating, I'm not denying food, and I'm not fighting with the food. I need to, again, tell you about this. I have no anorexia tendencies because this is mental disease. When woman wants herself to be skinny. When you're enlightened, you are in the total acceptance of your body and your appearance, even if it's imperfect in your consideration. It's only subjective consideration. I see all people beautiful. So mental disorders, including bipolar, is only the disease of our mentality. And we should do anything to cleanse our body and our mental space, the space inside our head, our mind, to get rid of all dirt, all worms, parasites, as I call them. Alchemy of health, guys, again and again. After this total cleansing of your body, you will have another thoughts, because we have the second brain in our guts. And if it's not natural microbiota and natural foods, or wherever, or very rare intake of foods, then of course it affects our thoughts, and then our behavior, and then our reality. Because we are projector, we are not the body. Body is only used by the consciousness, absolute consciousness, or God, to operate in reality. So this is like a conductor and transmitter. If it's clogged, you will see super bad picture, and body will be suffering, and then there will appear personality which is suffering out of bad events and misfortune. And now the second part of my video is about how I started to operate reality and check myself. If I claim that I have super expanded state of consciousness and the consciousness of Jesus, then I should check myself, right? There was a weird day in downtown when I went absolutely present in Delta state, like right now, and most of the time I'm in this state once and for all. Especially when I'm in nature and when there are less triggers, I mean less people around. Oh, butterflies are so beautiful. When I'm in this state, I really can see how I affect reality here and now. It started 2 years ago out of my sleep deprivations. If you want to sleep deprivate, this is cool tool to expand your consciousness, but I need to warn you, if you have some kind of suffering, traumas, which is not healed, then it will be only intensified and you can go nuts. So to sleep deprivate correctly, you need my guidance, guys. It's not selling my services, but it's a fact. You need someone who will explain what is happening to you. When you will start perceive yourself as a cat which is crossing the road, and you will see that you are everything and everywhere, you can disassemble yourself to schizophrenia or another hallucinations. So sleep deprivation is good technique for your creative abilities to monetary attraction and attraction of good events, and to stabilize yourself in expanded state, which I've done due to sleep deprivation. Then please write me. I won't be leading everyone to this, because many resistance attacks to the fact that this technique is Tibetan monks technique and not for everyone. Who sleeps 8 hours and lives in matrix in 3D perception cannot sleep deprivate at all and stand himself more than 10 hours. And they even can't stand themselves alone. They want company, they want to talk to someone, or they want to watch movie or to entertain their mind, of course, because the mind is so attacking with negativity and programmed that, of course, we want to escape. Escape in entertainment, in drugs, in food, in everything. So we are becoming addicted. When we are in neutral expanded state, we are happy, and we just enjoy the picture because it's psychedelic, because it's super interesting. Like if you are in the GTA game and you operate and everything is super excited, and all small things you see are not banal or boring. No, they're beautiful. All people around you are beautiful. All that they are doing is beautiful. Their gestures, their emotions. It's like super, like 100D space where you like in Avatar movies, so beautiful and bright when you are in the moment. So I went downtown, guys, and I said, Lisa, you don't have any mental programs now. You are in totality, and you even lost your ego to that degree that you don't want anything to yourself. You just enjoy what you're doing without any expectations. I said, okay, then let's check little bit. Go to the darkest corners of Austin, somewhere where homeless people live. Yeah, there are places, you know, many of them, unfortunately. And I sat in some very dark yard on the bench. It was in moment. I was not planning. You should understand, I'm not planning anything. It just happens. My body sat on the bench, and I saw that one homeless Afro-American is sitting in the corner of the yard. But it was not scary for me. Believe me, in this state, you are in complete acceptance and love. And I just was contemplating, as usually meditating or whatever. I'm in constant meditation. And he reached out to me saying, oh, hello, good night. And you won't believe he asked me, do you want anything? Do you want money? And he was proposing $1 to me. I have iPhone, last version. I had backpack with my laptop, which is iMac, also last version. I was alone. We were alone completely. No witnesses. He could do everything with me. I'm a beautiful woman, by the way. They say so. He could do anything with me, but I was in complete bliss. He was smiling, saying, have a good night. I said, no, I don't need anything. Thank you, gentlemen, I said, and he went. And then I turned around the corner and keep on walking, and there was more dark streets. And suddenly this homeless guy with another homeless guy, Mexican one, reached out to me. They surrounded me. Any girl, I bet, would feel anxiety or nervousness if she is in this situation, believe me. But I was in my state, in my normal state, and I was moving very slowly, as usually only on stage I can shake like sausage, and like under cocaine. In normal life, I'm slow. I got used to slow down myself because this is how you can dive into present moment. This is a very powerful technique. And they was saying something like, what is your name? You're beautiful, and so on. I said, oh, my name is Lisa. What is your name? I don't remember their names, sorry. And I shook their hands, and even it was very slow shaking, like contact with their arms, and everything in the moment, bright. I said, you know, I love Austin so much. You don't need anything, just to breathe. And we made deep inhalation together, like, and they were so relaxed and full of love. For sure, they wanted food or drugs or something, but when I reached them, they were absolutely present in my presence. This is called the field of master. And then I said, okay, guys. They said, what are you doing here alone? Where are you walking? I said, oh, I need to work at night. I was not sleeping at some cafe, overnight cafe. And I kept walking. And suddenly, after a while, I've noticed that Mexican homeless guy was walking the opposite side of the street, and he was crying, Lisa, I want to follow you. Lisa, bring me with you. And then I thought to myself, no, it's enough. And I went dancing, and I was full of love. And when I entered the venue, it was blues dancing, very positive, at one of my favorite places, venues, Continental Club in Austin. I love dancing there with super cool guys who dance from their hearts, you know. They're professional in their expression. Not even professional dancers, but they are doing it so tasty. I was dancing, and then I was feeling as if I want to see love around me. I just felt it was created inside my avatar, like the sensation of kisses, love, and romantic moods. And all in a sudden, everyone was kissing around me. They started to, oh, the deer, you see, he's watching me from the forest. I don't know if you see this blurred picture. The deer appeared, like, staring at me. I love this. And everyone started to kiss each other, to dance with each other. And it was so amazing and beautiful. I was so happy for them. I don't need a man. I don't need anyone. I feel like I'm overwhelmed with love to the degree that sometimes I understand Osho and his teachings about community where people make love, sex with each other, living and bringing children altogether. I understand this conception now, because you really have unconditional love to ignorant people, to homeless people, to people who express an anger, even emotions which are not inherent to you anymore. If you watched the film I recommended, Frequencies by Fisher, you will see that the girl who is super high vibrational, she's kind of shown the super like robot. No, you express emotions and you are vivid, of course, and you laugh a lot, but you don't have ability to be down anymore in your emotional state. You have no negativity, no judgments, and only your boundaries. I will say I love everyone, but if someone will yell at me, it doesn't happen. But if he will be spitting out his vomit on me, of course I will distance, because this is useless to even try to convey something to such person. He is mentally sick. I have only compassion, and I move away from such people. And that's it. It's natural. It's like, you know, to keep my body safe, I want to live more. And then I experimented with a guy, a stranger, sitting at night cafe. I was working, and then suddenly we started to talk, and I said, okay, I will do something which I've never done. Girls, don't repeat this, okay? If you have nervousness or fears, or you are afraid of men or something, don't do this, okay? It was only my crazy, weird experiments with reality. And we were talking, and he was talking as me. He was enlightened. You attract likewise people. He was talking about comfort, about freedom, to travel, to see different people and cultures. He is from Muslim country in Africa, I don't remember which country, with very strict traditions of religion and so on. He was thinking that I'm Egyptian. Yeah, and we were talking a lot, super pleasant, 1 hour, and he was proposing me to have a dinner. What do you want? Do you want to eat? Or he was so generous, loving. And he took me home. I drove home with a guy whom I never met before. Previously, so we would never do this. Oh my God, it's at night, alone. But he was not even trying to touch me or to kiss me. He proposed me to see each other again, of course. But you know, it was like training experiment, and he even disappeared from my reality. Wrote me only a week later, but like I don't feel like going out with him anymore, but it was beautiful. He's absolutely beautiful person. And it was 4 a.m. finally after my experiments in downtown, and I thought to myself, wow, this is how everyone should live. I need to tell about this on my channel, because I really, out of love, I wish you only good luck. I wish you not to be afraid and not to squeeze your talents. To don't give a fuck and don't listen to any criticism. I believe that only through appreciation and pointing on strongest traits of person, we can raise genius. Kids, for sure. If we provoke self-hesitation and doubts in people, they won't be shining. They won't be smiling. They will be doubtful. And this schizophrenia, duality, good, bad, and not accepting themselves will appear. So love yourself and accept yourself like loving parent. Emit love to people. And you will see, maybe not right away, but with time, when the state will be stabilized, you will see how your reality changes. Because you are absolute silence, absolute presence and consciousness. Body is only tool. Body should be strong. Body should be clean. Again, I'm repeating. If you want sleep deprivate or know more about reality and how it works, really, how Matrix works, I won't be sharing on channel. I have my guidance. And join Telegram chat in description, because there in pinned messages at the top you will find gifts, discounts to my services, to endless membership. Thank you guys who applied and bought my exclusive practices and creates. I see this in statistics. It keeps me going and growing my channel. Otherwise, I will be focusing only on music. Because currently I do many covers, I perform each night, and I'm enjoying so much as never. But out of this power and extra energy I'm sharing with you, now I'm concentrating to make music my main activity and where I need to develop myself and express more. But my channel is my home. I grew this channel with myself. I healed myself through Kriyas and through this channel. So I want everyone to use my channel as a tool to return back to your true nature, to basic state of consciousness, to enlightenment, which is not mystics, which is only balance of hormonal system, nervous system, and chemistry in your brain. When you realize that all your negative thinking was only predisposed by the composition of the brain, of the chemistry in brain and in your guts and what you eat, oh my, you will see, oh my God, it's so easy, it was so easy. How I couldn't see it before. Now I'm living in another dimension. Why enlightenment is death? Because you will die. The previous version, 3D version with thinking, will die. You will be absolutely new character. You will lose your personality, and it's like small death. You will face even states of anhedonia and depression because you won't understand how I can behave now. Who am I? But then, believe me, there will be another personality who will be self-confident and loving, and everything will be fine. Just give yourself time. But first of all, we need to reset our brain and to null and spit out all experiences, all knowledge about the world and who you are. Okay, have a good weekend. And Lisa Grail saying goodbye. Stay true and kind, the rest things never mind. Sat Nam.